Okay, this is lesson 2 in doing long division. And this is a little bit higher level because you'll see that the divisor 3 is not a factor of all of the numbers in the dividend, which is the number that we're dividing up in the first place. So to calculate our quotient, um, we're going to have to do long division, and then we're going to have some leftovers or some remainders, and we'll talk about that as I go along. I set up the problem like in the prior lesson where you can see that we're dividing 3 into 5,000, we're dividing 3 into 700, and we're going to divide 3 into 20 and 3 into 4. But you'll see it doesn't work out the same as in the first problem because 3 is not a factor of all of these numbers. So let's just do the step-by-step process, and we'll see how it goes. So first thing we have to do is we have to divide that 3 into the 5,000. Make sure my pen's on the right one. Okay, so here we go. So 3 goes into 5 one time. And so then we multiply the 1 times the 3 to get 3. Now we have to subtract the 3 from the 5. And we have 2 left over. Okay, so what are we actually doing here? We've actually said that 3 goes into 5,000 at least 1,000 times. Okay, at least 1,000 times, but not more than 1,000, not 2,000 or 3,000. So now we have to do the multiplication down here, and we're really saying that 1 times 3 is 3,000. So we're going to have this, what we're actually saying is that when we subtract this 3,000 from the 5,000, we have 2,724 left. Okay, so we're going to bring down the 7. So now what we're really saying is that we're dividing 3 into 2,700, not 27, because this is in the thousands position, and the 7 is in the hundreds position. Okay, so let's do the math and see what happens. So from our math facts, we know that 27 divided by 3 is 9, or 9 times 3 is exactly 27. So 9 times 3 is 27. I'm going to put the 27 down here below, subtract that out, and I end up with 0. Now I can bring down the 2. And remember, this is really 20. Right? So we're dividing 3 into 20 now, not 2. Okay, so 3 goes into 2 0 times. So we have to put that 0 up there. And that's going to be our little placeholder there because it goes in 0 times. Now I can bring down the 4. So I end up with 3 into 24. Well, I know from my math facts again that 3 times 8 is 24. So it'll go in there exactly 8 times. So we put the 8 up here, and then we multiply it out. 8 times 3 is exactly 24. And we subtract those. We end up with 0. So we have 0 remainder. So our final answer is going to be 1,908 exactly. And that's exactly how we do this. Okay, now we're going to pause for a moment, and I'm going to give you another problem, and you can work it out. It's going to be very similar to that one. Okay, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Okay, now here's our second problem, and I'm going to have you work this problem out yourself. It's very, very similar to the previous problem. I'm going to give you about 2 minutes to figure that out, and then I'm going to come back and we're going to go through this problem together. Okay, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and we're back again. We're going to start working out this problem, see how you did. How many people think they have it right? Raise your hands. Well, excellent. That's fantastic. I think that you guys are getting this. So let's start this. So what we're saying here in this problem is that we're going to divide 4, this divisor 4, into the dividend 7,480 to come up with our quotient. And so we're really saying over here on the right hand side that 4 is going to go into 7,000, and then the 4 is going to have to go into 400, and then the 4 is going to have to go into 80, and then the 4 will actually go into 0 at the bottom because we didn't have a number in that last space. So let's go through this problem. Let's look at the 4 into the 7,000. So 4 goes into 7 2 times. No, it only goes in there 1 time because 2 times 4 would be 8, correct? Okay, good. So 1 times 4 is 4. Put the 4 down there and let's subtract it out. 4 from 7 is 3. Okay, now let's bring down the 4. Okay, and now we're really talking about 4 into 3,400 now, not just 34. So 4 into 34. Well, I know that 4 times 8 is 32, so I'm going to think 4 into 8. I'm going to put the 8 up here. So 8 times 4 is 32. And let's subtract that out. We get 2 here. Now I'm going to bring down the 8. And I'll put the 8 here. Well, 4, I know 4 goes into 20 5 times. I know 4 goes into 8 2 times. So I think it's going to be 7, right? And 7 times 4 is 28. So it works out perfect. So 7 times 4 is 28. Okay, and we subtract that out. We get 0. Now I bring down the 0. 4 goes into 0 0 times. So we're going to put that 0 up here. Our final answer is 1,870. How many people got that correct? Raise your hand. Awesome.